What's happening, people? How's it going? I got some pretty good news today. I've often spoke about a particular friend of mine who works in the industry. I actually know a couple, but one in particular, I've known him a long time, and he loves what he does. He's been doing it decades now, and he's formed a friendship with, people he works with. He speaks multiple languages. He's based for the most part in England, but he does spend quite a lot of time in America. But the fact that he can speak many languages and he's able to travel about quite easy on his passport, and there's a group of them that work together. Well, he told me that basically over the last couple of years, well, before COVID, he was already getting a hell of a lot of work. Since COVID, he's been all over the place. And, he tells me things, mentions things. He enjoys doing what he's doing. He's met a lot of actors, people he looks up to, as well as producers and directors. Loves telling me about the places he's been and people he's met and all the rest of it. But the one thing he doesn't really tell me is much about what he's been working on. He worked on Prey. It's the same guy I mentioned before. One of the first things he worked on, only as a sort of helper to a camera man. But yeah, the prequels, you got to meet George Lucas, one of his idols. And recently he's been doing some, how can I put it, like pre-photography, or where they go out to locations and the cameramen go out and, they say, well, we can make this shot and, this could be a wide angle thing here and there, and, they get together and discuss what the limitations are and that, and, the producers are there, and obviously the director will pop in and whatnot, and I do know that he did some work on the original Game of Thrones. And he basically told me very little about it, other than he said, this is going to be your sort of thing, you're going to love it. And when a couple of weeks later, a friend of mine said, hey, have you been watching Game of Thrones? I think you'd love it. I was like, oh, funny enough, somebody who worked on that said the same thing. And season 1 blew me away. It's still my favourite season. Anyway, yeah, so, as we know, there's been a 2-year gap between season 1 and season 2 of House of the Dragon. And there's a lot more CGI involved, a lot more post-production. But, yeah, my mate's been out there, it was something he really wanted on his resume, and like I say, he loves what he does, and his main thing was he was a camera operator, and he works closely with, you know, the coordinators, you know, like I say, what lens to use, what shots. He's given very little away, but good news is, which is basically all I could get off him really, was, yeah, we're going to see some absolutely fantastic scenery and some really cleverly done he couldn't really tell me much about the dragons. That's not his department. He's more on the ground, you know, with the landscape and stuff like that. But how it looks and how he's seeing people moving about, and he said they really have sort of turned up a notch this time. Like, it was always good when we saw that, you know, the Unsullied stood there, and the Dothraki running around. But some of the battles were a bit disappointing. Either we saw little of or no battle, or, you know, the start and then it's quickly over and we saw the end. But he said this time they found some locations where they can really track the shots of the enormity of what's going on. And obviously we know season 1 there's a lot of time jumps, and they've got us into, as it finished, this is war now. And he said, you know, him and his team, as well as producers and that, like, yeah, they found some locations where, and yeah, he said visually, it really is going to be stunning. He said he's worked on a few projects where, you know, it's looked visually stunning, and then after post-productions, excuse me, and it's looked back to it, and he's actually thought, I thought that was going to look much better. But he knows the people involved, and he knows that I already knew House of the Dragon, Dance of Dragons was going to be brilliant. I know loads of people were so jaded after the season 8 of Game of Thrones. So many people were so disappointed, and, you know, some people weren't even going to watch it. I was disappointed, but I knew this prequel was going to be good. I knew it was going to be good. I did. I really did, and I wasn't disappointed. In fact, I was a little bit disappointed, actually. I was kind of expecting it to move a bit quicker and get to the main Dance of Dragons pretty quick. But no, so far I'm really happy. I see many YouTubers who were like, oh no, after season 8, and they've all come round. I knew it was going to be good, I really did. And like I say, my friend, he's done some camera work on it. Plus, obviously, he knows some of the other people and that, and they're very happy with the part they've played. And he said, as long as nobody F's up, then it's well worth the wait, and it's really, really going to be making, well as, you know, people going to be creaming in the pants. The season is, well, like I say, we're going to see a much bigger scope to it, and more of the world opening up. And he just says people are just going to be mind blown by what they're going to be seeing. Anyway, that's all I've got for it today. Like I say, my friend, he works there, here, there, and everywhere. And he's very good at letting me know that. He's just not very good at letting on too much information. I'll try and get out of him what I can. But I suppose that's a good thing in a way, if he told me everything he knew. And he's not privy to everything anyway. He doesn't know the script or the story, what's going on. He just knows that he's been to some good locations, and yeah, he knows roughly what's going on in these locations, obviously. And he just says, so long as nobody F's up the post end of things, because let's face it, the casts are fantastic. The writers have got it spot on. George Martin is fully involved with this. I noticed in Game of Thrones, as soon as they couldn't rely on the books, and you know, they were offered more help in the department of writing, and they didn't. And you could tell the quality of the dialogue and everything really did slip. I noticed it from season 6 onwards. But no, I said George Lucas, didn't I? I meant George Martin. Yeah, so one thing he really is good at is writing and dialogue. So yeah, that's going to be top notch. The people who build these sets, these workmen they've got on it, these craft and artists and that, are absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was already looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to it even more, ticking down the days. Anyway, people, Population Nation, please subscribe, thumbs up, share, and if I manage to prize any more information out to my friends regarding on what he knows, because these guys all talk, they work together, some of them live together, do different jobs. Like I say, he's more of a cameraman and a consultant on that side of things. I do know his mate, sound guy. You know, they're gonna talk, get drunk one night, and oh yeah, this and that, like. But so far he's been very good at letting me know what a good time he has and the work he does without telling me much about what's actually without actually giving much away. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a good day.